Life is too short for us to go around making bad decisions. We don't have time for all those L's because they definitely start stacking up and your life starts looking crazy and then you start looking crazy, and there's a better way. This video is not going to help you choose the right Netflix series, and it's not going to help you choose the right outfit, but it might help you not marry the wrong person. If you've ever looked at yourself and realized you're way too smart to make some of the decisions you've made, this is your video. With that being said, this is how you always make the right decision, and it's a lot easier than you guys think. All you need are going to be two things. You'll need a guidebook or a playbook, and then you'll need to have the ruthlessness of a mafia boss. Everything that I make on this channel is about helping you become the absolute most excellent version of yourself, not the broke, busted, disgusted, mediocre, cat lady with the bloated gut, Clint Eastwood skin version. We're done with that. We can't do that. Definitely stay with me, subscribe, like, and let's go ahead and just dive into this. A playbook. It's going to be something that you make, and you can think of it as a manual for yourself. There are 3 things that need to be in place in order for you to have a solid playbook. Those 3 things would be being able to articulate your values. The second one would be knowing exactly what you want your life to look like. And then the third is you just need to be able to get into a box with those values and with that vision and pour cement all around those, because you cannot waver from them. Just so you guys know, I have my own playbook right here. My values are authenticity, growth, autonomy, purpose, and excellence. And of course, I am a Virgo, so I have a second tier of values as well to support those. And so those are humility, wisdom, higher power, salt, and realism. So whenever I have a situation that brings any of these into conflict, I typically know it's not the right situation for me. It's not, it's going to be a no for me, definitely. And as long as these things aren't called into question, then for the most part, I'm good to go. You have to be a person that is committed to these things, because these are now becoming your standards, okay? That you live by the principles that govern your life. You will be a principled person. That sounds fancy as All right, so I already know what you're wondering. I don't know what my values are, and easy enough, I got you. Here is the simple hack that I have for figuring out what your values are. All I want you to do is sit and think and list out maybe 5 to 10 of the biggest disappointments in your life. The worst, trashiest moments, what are they? Once you have those listed down, all you're gonna do is look and try to find common threads. What was it really about that situation that really bothers you? For instance, let's say you have a spouse that cheated on you. So whenever you're in a situation and honesty is compromised, it's an issue for you. It's one of your values, one of your hardcore truths, and you're not going to do anything that causes you to have friction in that category. Another way you can look at it is somebody possibly had overbearing parents. So autonomy may be a value of yours that you really hold on to. And anytime autonomy is violated, that is something that causes inner conflict for you. So you would put that as one of your values. And so you're not going to do anything that compromises your autonomy or someone else's. All right, on the flip side, I want you to talk about 5 to 10 things that absolutely are your proudest moments, your crowning achievements in life. And same thing, why was that so important to you? What makes these moments stand out? The next thing you'll need to do in creating your rule book is to know what you want your life to look like. So it's not about necessarily having goals, because a lot of times goals are just too small. Like if you tell me I want to lose 10 pounds, it's like, okay, you lost the 10 pounds, then what? Gain them back? It's more so, I want to be healthy. So you're gonna have to create a lifestyle that cultivates that. What do you want your life to look like? What do you want to wake up to? What kind of home environment? What type of relationship? How do you want to show up in the world? What does all this look like? So you can sit and marinate on that for 5 to 10 minutes. And once you kind of, have a good idea, you can write down a couple sentences about what that looks like. Now let's move on to part 2, which is that even though we've got our playbook, guess what? You still might make a decision and it's not what you thought it was going to be, okay? So how do we overcome that fear of making the wrong decision? and it's by becoming a mafia boss. When somebody comes in and they're like, hey, yo, Johnny, you know, it didn't work out the way we thought it would. He'll be like, fix it. Just like that, fix it. And that's what you have to start doing. Let's say you bought an investment property, you expected $5,000 worth of repairs, but it turns out to be $15,000. Was it a bad decision? No, not if you simply adjust your numbers on the back end. Raise the rent to cover that, fix it. You needed to adjust, that's it, and keep it moving. You're not terrible at buying houses, you're not a loser, none of these things. This is the situation, these are the facts, and now we are fixing them. Nothing more, nothing less. Keep it moving. And that's it. So number 1, have your playbook in place. Number 2, be a fixer. That's it. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. And with that, don't make any dumb decisions. This video will help you make consequential decisions a whole lot smarter, like choosing checks over stripes, because that's what I like. Yeah, that's Nikes over Adidas.